Hello, it's me, Jackery, and today what we're going to do is going to talk about the movie Uchiagehanabi. I would only talk about my analysis, ending prediction, moral analysis, and probably reveal some Easter eggs in the movie. So let's start with the theme song, Uchiagehanabi. This song is trying to express the sad feeling of leaving summer. In simple Japanese terms, Natsuna. This term sounds like the name of the female protagonist in the movie, Natsuna, which in turn is leaving at the end of summer. Regarding her name, it has another meaning. If you write it in katakana, Nazuna will become Nazuna, which is the name of a plant called shepherd's purse. This flower is pretty and cute, like how she is described by the other characters. Also, in the picture of her, Nazuna is holding a shepherd's purse. Everything comes full circle here. The timeline is confusing, so let's talk about that. For people who thought that the male protagonist, aka Nazuna's classmate's cross-boyfriend, Norimichi, actually went back in time, you're wrong. I understand this whole timeline thing, like spelling Mutlampton. Pretend the word mutton is the original timeline, and the first T in mutton is when the if orb is thrown. The word has to stop being spelt so we could spell lamb, which represents the original timeline being paused to make way for the tangent if timeline, aka the word lamb. The word B represents the ignition of the if orb. We stop spelling lamb and continue spelling the word mutton, which means that the if timeline stopped and the original timeline just continues. Another thing to clarify is that only Norimichi went through this timeline jumping. In the scene where the tram is traveling on water, Norimichi recalls everything before the first timeline jump and told it to Nazuna. However, Nazuna doesn't recall such a thing. Each if world is like a simulation. Norimichi is shuffling from simulation to simulation, carrying his memory with him. Okay, let's do this. The main object of this movie is a firework. Fireworks are to most people a beautiful and wonderful object that lasts in the air for a second and then is gone. This can describe a lot of things. First, the existence of Nazuna. As said in the movie, Nazuna will be leaving Moshimoto because her mom will be engaged for a third time. After a short summer holiday, she would be gone. Second, the day quote-unquote Nazuna and Norimichi had in the if world. To them, that day was full of excitement and it was lovely. But that day is limited as the if world is being disintegrated. And if that day was compared to a lifetime, it's like a second. And finally, the concept of if. More specifically, fantasizing about the third conditional. Do you regret a decision you make or a fate that you didn't accept? Think back and imagine if your fate or decision was better. Where would you be? How would you end up? Stop imagining. Look at you now. Was that imagination wonderful? It's like a firework, awe-inspiring. But like a firework, it's non-physical. You feel a sense of disappointment after it's gone. You could try to reach it, but you can't reach the spark. That's why the if orb is a firecracker shell. So after the analysis, we finally came to the part which is the main reason why you're watching this video. The ending. The movie provides an open-ended ending for a viewer to imagine. However, unlike what most people think, it's not fully open-ended. There are some restraints to how the movie ends. 1. The nature of Japanese school timetables. Japanese start their school in April, and the first semester stops at the near of June. Summer vacation starts and ends in early September. Second term starts and ends at about Christmas. After winter break, the final semester starts in January and ends on March. Spring break starts and a new school year has arrived. This immediately eliminates all possible endings that makes Norimichi available during September, since the last shot was during the start of the second semester. 2. The drop suitcase. When Nazuna is trying to escape her mom in the real world, she was caught by her mom and was dragged to make her leave Moshimoto. During this process, she dropped her case on the road in front of Norimichi. This further eliminates endings that say they said their farewells, since Nazuna has left ages ago. 3. The realization that Norimichi came during the final if timeline. That realization is that he should stop wondering about the ifs, make every decision count, treasure every encounter, accept his fate, and pursue his dreams. This is the reason why he decided to jump into the water towards Nazuna in the last minute when the if timeline starts to disintegrate. That eliminates all endings that said Norimichi is grieving over Nazuna. 4. The nature of timeline jumping. As I said before, Norimichi was a person who experienced the if worlds, so the realization that he experienced gets carried onto the real world, whereas Nazuna didn't experience the timeline jumping, so her realization of accepting the fact that she has to leave Moshimoto didn't get carried onto the real world. This doesn't eliminate anything, but shows that Nazuna will most likely make up excuses just to reunite with Norimichi. On top of that, when the if timeline ended, the original timeline continues like nothing happened. This could eliminate the possibility that he drowned or died because of water. 5. The nature of parents. In the first scene, we see that Norimichi's mom is calling Norimichi to wake up for school. His mom will not allow him to skip school. That could have eliminated all possibilities that said Norimichi stayed at home. Out of the remaining possibilities, the two eloping is the most possible. This is how it will work out. Nazuna will quickly realize that her suitcase is missing. Her mom will allow her to grab the suitcase. She returns, finds Norimichi still there, packs her suitcase, grabs Norimichi's hand, then elope. That could explain the absence of Norimichi in the classroom during the roll call. Okay, 3 more things before we go. The moral of the movie is the realization Norimichi came to. Make every decision count, treasure every encounter, accept your fate, and pursue your dreams. And also, people become mature not because of age. It is because of the harsh events that one go through. My thoughts. The theatrical poster is very misleading. In it, Nazuna is in the middle, closer to the camera, while Norimichi is in the background. The design of the poster said that Nazuna is the main character, since she is the focus of the poster. Our eyes are immediately drawn to her. However, in the movie, Norimichi is the real main character. He is the one going through all this timeline traveling thing. He is the main focus. Also, the title is really misleading. It has nothing to do with watching fireworks. I understand and want us to know it's a recreation of a chapter in a TV series, but it could have said it directly on the poster. All in all, it's a pretty good movie. The part where this movie really stands out are the songs are like created for the movie. The songs melt perfectly like apple pie a la mode. Other movies create the scene for the song. Now, since the marketing said that people say that it's better than Kimi no Na wa, most people compare this with Uchiagehanabi to Kimi no Na wa. But there are 2 separate genres. Kimi no Na wa is captivating because of its timeline, while Uchiagehanabi is captivating because of its moral. Some Easter eggs! Woohoo! We watched the movie. Notice that Nazuna's expression while inviting Norimichi's friend Yusuke for a date in the real world is very bland, emotionless, and unwilling. She even blushes. When Nazuna invites Norimichi for a date in the if world, she said it in a joyful voice with a happy expression on her face. And also, there's a way to differentiate the original timeline and the if timeline. In the if timeline, the fireworks are surreal. The wind turbines turns anti-clockwise, and the shot of the school stairs move from right to left. In the original timeline, the fireworks are spherical, the wind turbines turn clockwise, and the shots of the school starts, move left to right. So that is my analysis, ending prediction, moral prediction, and Easter eggs discovery in Uchiagehanabi. And I'll see you in the next video. Hint, hint, it's gonna be the same thing, but it's in Chinese.